Jabriel Sila continue to dominate the headlines with another stellar performance for Azam in Tanzania. Ibrahim Colleys and Saidi Janko are crowned the Swiss League champions with young boys. Captain Omar Colleys won the Turkish Cup, and there were starts for Harna Rashid Njai, Lamin Jaju, and Moses Jaju making their first league starts this season. Assalamu alaikum mbokk welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. I am Chama, and this is the Scorpions weekend recap. Guys, if you are new around the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoy what we do, can you please give us a like or a thumbs up? Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get right into the discussion. We start with in Tanzania today, Gibril Sila, because he has been in exceptional form with his club Azam. It's unfortunate that they're not going to win the league with only one game to go, but he has an exceptional season with them. He has a cup final to look forward to. Hopefully like the season he had with Azam this season, will cap off with winning the cup, winning the Tanzanian Cup. And this weekend they were playing and they won 5-1, and Gibril Sila opened the scoring, and then he later on created a couple of assists. He assisted the second goal and the third goal, which meant now he has 22 goal involvement this season. 22 goal involvement for Jabriel Sila this season. That is 10 goals and 12 assists that he has been involved in since the start of the season, which is a remarkable number. Every week in, week out, he's doing really, really well. I think in the month of May, he has been in absolutely exceptional form, scoring goals, creating goals, helping his club reach the finals of the cup. Now they have one more league game to go and the cup final to look forward to. They are currently occupying second place in the Tanzanian league, level on points with the team in third. So they just need to win their final game of the season to finish in the top two of the Tanzanian league, which is still a very, very good finish. Continental Tanzanian league is a very competitive league, and then they have the cup final to look forward to. So if they can wrap that one up and win the cup final, which will be next week, by the way. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in that final, what he will do in that final, because I'm sure with the form he is on, they will be relying heavily on him to bail them out in that one. Just recently, last week, there was a fan who gave him a portrait or a picture of him, naming him their player of the season. In a way, is a fans player of the season. At the end of the day, football is for the fans, and if the fans look at you and say you have been our best player this season, I think that is a massive accolade. It's a big accolade to have, and something any player will be very proud of, because you represent the fans at the end of the day. So if they turn to you and say you are the one who has impressed them the most over the course of the season, I think that is massive. And Jabriel Sila, he reminds me of Ibu Sila. No wonder his last name is Sila, and then he's also left-footed. Of course, he's not as short as Ibu Sila, our Gambian legend, but he's left-footed. The Sila surname is there. So I think Ibu Sila has passed on some of those, those qualities onto Jabriel Sila. It just reminds me of him. And Ibu Sila was my idol growing up as a Gambian. He was the player I loved watching the most, me being a left-footer and that. So I can relate between Gibril Sila and Ibu Sila. Like yesterday, we saw the new coach came in. Jonathan McKinstry did a very good press conference and mentioned about players, giving opportunities to players to doing well. I'm sure he's keeping an eye on Gibril Sila. I'll be very happy to see him in the squad. Of course, if you watch the video I made yesterday about who I think should be in the national team, I think you will not be surprised to see that Gibril Sila's name is on that list with the form he is on right now. Next we move on to Switzerland. Switzerland, this season, seeing Gambian players lifting trophies has become a norm this season, which is insane, which is bonkers. But it's a lovely thing to see that, like, every other week you are talking about a Gambia winning a trophy here, a Gambian winning a cup there. So yeah, it is really big for Gambian football, because Gambian football is moving forward, to be honest. In terms of talent, in terms of the players we are shipping out into the professional leagues. They have been they are doing really well, and they are going to really good clubs. That's why they are winning cups, right? The reason they are winning cups is because they are playing for good clubs, and that is because of the quality they possess themselves as players. So as Gambians, we should be very proud of this situation we are seeing right now. Gambians winning trophies left, right, and center, and hopefully that can be reflected into our national team. Buba Jallo, yesterday I was just listening to his weekend roundup for the foreign-based players. He mentioned similar thing about the coach being a winner. He just won a back-to-back trophy with his club, Gor Mahia, in Kenya, winning the league back-to-back. So hopefully he can bring that winning mentality, and also the winning mentality that our players are having right now. They can match very well, and then progress the country, progress our football, and then hopefully other aspects of the game, which is the administrative aspect and all whatnot, they can all come and then level up, and then meet the level of quality that the Gambian footballers are producing right now. That is what I'm hoping for. Young boys, they won their final league game of the season 3-0. Of course, they have already wrapped up the league last week in the like with one game to go. So this game was a dead rubber for them in a way, but they had to play the game just for formalities, of course, to finish the season. They won 3-0. Janko said he started the game. And then Ibrahim Colleys came off the bench and then created one of the goals, which was his 4th assist of the season. This season he racked up 24 league games in total. 24 league games he played, and he has been involved in 7 goals. I think 12 of those 24 were starts in the league. 7 goal involvement, getting 3 goals and 4 assists. And don't forget, also in the Champions League, he had a goal in one start. He only started one Champions League game this season, and then he scored 1 goal. So in total this season he had about 8 goal involvement across all the competition that he played, and he's a champion as well. He's the champion of the Swiss League, which means young boys are heading back to the Champions League, not the Champions League proper, but at least they have the chance to go to the qualifying rounds. If they can qualify through the qualifying rounds, they will be in the expanded Champions League, which will be about 48 teams in it. So hopefully they can do that, and congratulations to Seydi Janko, congratulations to Ibrahim Adabo for winning the Swiss League. I think this is the second time Seydi Janko won the Swiss League with young boys, because he was there before he went to Spain with Valladolid, and now he's back with young boys. So he won the title there a couple of times. So he has been a lucky charm for them. Whenever he's with them, they are winning the league. So maybe they should think about keeping him. Seydi Janko, he also had a very good season with them. He played 30 league games, 18 starts. He started 18 games in the league, played 30 games in total, got 1 assist. Of course, he's a defender. In the Champions League, he was also playing regularly, starting games. I think he started in total 39 games for them. 39 games for them he started over the course of the season, he played 39 games over the course of the season. Some are started and some are coming off the bench. So congratulations to our boys in Switzerland for winning the Swiss League. Next we move to Turkey. The league in Turkey too is concluded, which with a bittersweet one, I would say, because Omar Colleys, he won the cup with his Turkish club. That was his first cup, if I'm not wrong, as a professional footballer. It has been a long time, but finally he got a trophy to show for, and he has been a great servant for any club he has played at. He has played in the top leagues in Italy, of course, not the teams competing for the league, but to play in the Serie A, that is massive. And he has played in different parts of the world. One of the greatest Gambian players when he hangs his boots, which is not yet. I'm not saying Omar Colleys will hang his boots, but he's one of those. I think he's currently the most capped Gambian player, captain in the national team. So seeing him winning the cup in Turkey, that was something we are very, very happy to see. So congratulations to him. We love what we saw him with his family, enjoying the moment. That was beautiful to see. Yeah, the Turkish league. Why I say it's a bittersweet one. Because the league concluded this week. They played their final game. Besiktas, they lost, but that was also a dead rubber, I would say, because they could not move to any places. They could have finished fifth in the league if they won that game, but they ended up finishing sixth, which is almost the same. And the fact that they have won the cup, it means they qualify for the Europa League. So finishing fifth or sixth does not change anything. Maybe financially it might differ a little bit. I don't know how the financial situation work there, especially when like the tier, when you win the league, what you get and all whatnot. So winning the cup was a big thing because they qualify for the Europa League, just like Manchester United did it, winning the FA Cup last week, and then they qualify for the Europa League. So Besiktas this similar thing, but for them they have to go through the qualifier rounds because of course the level of leagues are different. So Omar Colley will be playing in Europe again next season with Besiktas, which is good to see. And on the other side, Ali Sow, who scored this weekend, scored a good goal, an important, it could have been a very important goal for them. Because they were languishing at the bottom of the table and they needed a win this weekend for them to stay in the league. Yeah, for them to stay in the league. Unfortunately, they lost the game 4-2. Alisson scored for them in the 78th minute, which gave them the lead, the 2-1 lead. But in the final 2 minutes of play, they conceded 3 goals. I don't know how that happened. They conceded 3 goals. The game ended 4-2, and then Besiktas ended up finishing 16th in the league. 17th in the league. Yeah, 17th in the league. In Turkey, this season, 4 teams are going to get relegated. So they have been very unfortunate in that situation because Turkey are trying to bring down the number of teams in their league. You know, we are talking about Gambia. We don't even have the stadiums in the Gambia or the pitches to play football. We are thinking about increasing the league teams in the league. In the last 2-3 seasons, I think we increased the number of teams in the league without having the proper setup there. But you are talking about Turkey, a country that has tons of stadium. They are thinking about trimming down their league. So it's currently 20 teams this season. Because 4 teams will go down and 3 teams will come up. So next season will be 19 teams, and the subsequent season they will also drop 4 teams and then 3 teams go up, and then it will be 18. I think 18 is where they want to peg it at for their league season. I think that is more realistic for them, or that is something that will make the league better. That is what they think. So the team that suffer from this reduction, I would say, is Alisson and his team, Ankara Gucu, because they finished 17th in the league. So if it was a normal season where 3 teams go, 3 teams stay, then Ankara Gucu would have stayed in the league. But unfortunately, that's not the case this season. So it means Alisson and Ankara Gucu are relegated. This one, completely caught me off guard. I was not even thinking they were in that threat of relegation. Despite talking about these foreign players every week, I was not thinking about that. So when I saw that they have been relegated, it was a big shock. But I think Ali did everything he could for them. Scored an important goal for them in the end, and score a few goals for them this season in the league. He did not have the season that he had last season, I will admit that, but he still have a decent season for them, despite having some issues with injuries earlier in the season, and sometimes lose of form in terms of in front of goal, but still, he was scoring some goals for them. I believe he's their leading goal scorer this season too. So it is very unfortunate to see them go. I don't know what next for Alisson, because he was on loan from Rubin Kazan, and then maybe the club might be wrong. I don't know, I'm not sure if it is Rubin Kazan, but he was on loan, and then the loan was extended to another season. So I don't know next season what's gonna be the case with Alisson, but we have to watch that one and see, because I think he's too good to play in the second division of the Turkish league. He's really good to play there, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's wait and see what happens there. Next we move on to Saudi Arabia, where we also have another relegation. Despite celebrating a lot of players, winning trophies and stuff like this, there is also a lot of disappointment, or there is some players also, feeling getting relegated, which is not something that we like to see or something that we like to discuss, but it's something that happened. Badamosi, with his club Al Hazem, I think they were relegated long time ago for them, in the Saudi Super League, so they are going down to to the lower league in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunate one there. Mohamed Badamosi is getting the game, but he scored yesterday in their final league game of the season. He ended the season with 4 goals and 1 assist for Al Hazam. It's not great, but yeah, it's 4 goals. I think he played about almost 29 or 28 games as a striker. It's not yeah. And then Musa Barrow was also involved with Al Tawoun. They won their game 1-0, the final game of the season, which guaranteed them spot in the top 4, and now they qualify for the AFC Conference Cup. Yeah, AFC Conference Cup with Al Tawoun, which is also something that we love to see. Musa ended the season with 7 goals and 2 assists in the league and cup. Hassan Cisse, Damak, he has been injured, so he has not played since February, but he ended the season obviously because the season just ended with 7 goals and 1 assist. So yeah, that was our update on our players in Saudi Arabia. Now I think they have to prepare for the national team. Whoever is called, I believe Musa will be in the team. Badam Mosi, he might be in the team, but I don't know. That is the coach's decision to make. Personally, there are other players doing better, so he has to win that competition, in my opinion. Next, Denmark, another relegation. Vejle, they lost their final game of the season, which was a dead rubber because they have already secured their safety in the Danish top tier. But Odense, unfortunately, they lost, even though there were moments they were in the lead, and then the other club that ended up staying, that was Line B, I believe. They were losing at some point. So there was a time during the weekend where Odense could have been safe, but in the end they lost the game 2-1. Alassana started that game. Alassana Mane. Sorry guys. And James Gomez also was not involved in that one. There were also starts for a few Gambian players. Lamin Jaju made his first start for Atirau in Kazakhstan league. Of course, he's on loan from Grenoble Foot. I don't know. He has been on their bench of late. Like, I cannot understand why he's been on the bench, because I see him as a very, very good player. But of course, it's a new team, it's a new environment. Sometimes things don't just click just like that. But hopefully this first start that he has is the first of many, and then he can build on that one and then go and then move forward. The game ended 0-0 for them. Latvia to Hana Rasinjai, who has been coming off the bench in the last 2 games, made his first start for RFS. RFS are currently at the top of the Latvian league, 5 points at the top of the Latvian league. To see Harun Rashid start his first game, because he's a player that is on the lip of every Gambian because of the quality that he possesses. We know what he did in the under 20 with the under 20 team, and he's the kind of the future of the Gambian midfield. So people keep following what he's doing. They want to see him do well, and it's good to see him make his first start for his Latvian club RFS, and so hopefully he can build on that one. Like I said, they're at the top of the league. He played a really good game. 44 has his stats. Laid down his stats in that game, which was not bad at all. He played decently. Adama Jaju in Montenegro, the other side of Serbia and Montenegro, they're separate. So you have Montenegro. Adama Jaju helped his club in the second division. They to gain promotion. They are going to the top tier of the Montenegrin league. So congratulations to Adama Jaju. And in Bangladesh, my boy Paumad Babu Lampard, he scored again. He has been in decent form of late, scoring another goal. He broke the deadlock in that one. In a 2-1 win, he scored the first goal against Police FC. They ended up winning 2-1. Yeah. And finally, in Senegal, Tengage. Shout out to my bro, Buba Jaro Falabe. Of course, I get most of my information from him before I do this video. So Tengage Refusk, they won the Senegal League title, and there are a few Gambians who are playing there, like you say, Yusufa Sanyang, Boubacar Sane, and Matar Cisse. So congratulations to the Gambian players. Senegal has always been a pathway for Gambian players to take the step forward. So hopefully these players like Yusufa and Boubacar and Matar Cisse, of course, he has been there before. He has been to South Africa. He has been in the national team. So hopefully he can, revitalize his career from this one. So congratulations to them, Tengage FC and the Gambian boys in Senegal, guys. So that's what I had for you guys today on the weekend recap. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who has impressed you the most this weekend? And I hope you guys check the video where I spoke about the squad selection for Jonathan McKinstry, his first squad selection. I base everything on my own objective way, what I think should be the team. So if you have not done so, please go and watch it and let me know your thoughts there, guys. I want to hear your comments. I want to see what you think about the team I selected. I want to hear different versions. I've seen some people, mention a few players. Why didn't you pick Badamosi, for example? I've had that. So those are the things I want to see. So bring them on and we can have a chat. Yeah. But until we come your way again, guys, goodbye, guys. Take care.